Kemi Talks Knowledge. I'm Kemi Lawyer, Dr. Kemi. Let's talk about MH370. That's the flight number for a Malaysian airline plane. In March of 2014, some of you may remember I did this story with regards to a plane, a big plane, a jet, 777-200, Boeing 777 Malaysian Airlines, which left Kuala Lumpur, the capital, and was heading towards China, Beijing. There were 239 passengers on that plane. Some of them were Malaysians, other Chinese. The crew on board, everybody and the passengers disappeared, not a trace. Guys, it's 10 years. They've been looking for this plane, and let me tell you, I followed the 10 years because as a journalist, many of us are still wondering what happened. This disappearance has left family members, government officials, countries, journalists, name it. And when we talk about spirituality and what God makes and does and how things cannot be solved sometimes because God is bigger than us, we have to look at all these factors because I followed the 10 years of the search and rescue and search and recovery. There was not much rescue because the plane was never found, but the search and recovery and the search primarily with all the big equipment from China. America got there. Everybody got there looking for this plane in one of the biggest bodies of water in the world, the Indian Ocean. Let me tell you about the Indian Ocean. I can't even begin to tell you. That ocean goes what? 100 feet below sea level. I don't even know. But that plane, okay, the last transmission of that plane was from that captain. You know, Captain Sahari Ahmad Shah, he has been under scrutiny. People said he wanted to commit suicide and he flew the plane. And we've heard so many theories. Okay, it was a twin engine craft. You know the 777 now. So the basic thing is, you know, he moved into Vietnamese airspace in the early hours of that March 8th, all right, about 40 minutes after leaving Kuala Lumpur. 40 minutes, guys. I mean, just listen. The plane just disappeared from radar. I mean, that brings me to the Bermuda Triangle, a place where ships disappear, planes disappear. That's the area between Puerto Rico, Bermuda, Florida, and one more area there. A lot of planes just vanished. Till today, nobody even knows. Some of the early searches in the South China Sea was intense. The Chinese have the equipment. The Southern Indian Ocean, like I told you, it's a big, big body of water. Hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars were spent. Okay, a few small pieces of the fuselage was found, okay? The part that forms the wings. That washed up on beaches in the Indian Ocean islands, but somewhere in East Africa, but the big parts of that plane that they were looking for was just never found. Or it's one of the most, weird mysteries of aviation. I'm an aviation buff, and let me just tell you, even the parts that were found, the tiny parts that said washed aboard, later they said it was not even MH370's parts. You know, Captain Zahari was the one in the cockpit. He was 53, okay, and he's been with that airline since 1981. The crew has been there 35 years. It's just like a simple flight to Beijing just vanished like that. No word, nothing. So even if that plane crashed into the Indian Ocean, there will be debris, for God's sake. Even the Titanic is still under the sea there, and you can see parts of it. But there was not a trace, nothing. All those parts of the fuselage they were talking about, now they looked at it, everything, they said it's from another plane. So that's just one of the mysteries of the world. MH370, don't forget, that was not a good year for Malaysian Airlines because there was another flight that crashed that same year, but MH370, nothing found. Thanks for watching.